welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jacqueline and I make new videos every week on a variety of things, lifestyle, beauty, adventure, all sorts of fun stuff, and I upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. So I hope you consider subscribing and joining our little adventure family here. And today I have some empties. I actually feel like this is a pretty manageable amount. I feel like since I found out I was pregnant, if you guys don't know, I'm like 26 weeks pregnant while I'm filming this. I haven't been using as many different things, so I feel like I have less empties. I don't know, but I definitely have a bunch of skincare and then a little bit of hair care, body care, and like random stuff. I also have like one makeup empty, which never happens. So I'll leave timestamps down below for like each category, but I'm gonna start with skincare because it's the thing I have the most of. So let's start with this cleanser that I actually have 3 bottles of. I use this cleanser morning and night, and it's the Cetaphil Gentle Skin Cleanser. They actually just reformulated this and repackaged it, and I like the new one just as well. But this is like my go-to favorite cleanser. I use it with my Foreo, like I said, day and night. I don't know if my husband uses this too, to be honest, but he might. But it's just a great gentle cleanser. If you have dry, acne-prone skin, this is a great one. Just be careful because they do have like a daily skin cleanser that I don't like quite as much for my skin type. So you have to look for the gentle skin cleanser. It'll be for, this says all skin types. The new one says specifically for normal to dry and sensitive skin. So that's the one I look for. And yeah, I just really like it. Obviously, I've gone through 3 bottles, which I don't know how is possible. Maybe I'm using too much, but it feels so good on the skin. And it just gets my skin so nice and clean without feeling stripped that clearly I go through it quickly. The other thing I have 3 bottles of, and because I use it morning and night, I've been trying to use like slightly less of it. I think at first I was using too much, and that's the reason I was going through it so quickly, is the Neutrogena Azelaic acid. Like I said, I have 3 of these. This is the topical acid. I know they make an emulsion too, but I just prefer like a serum sort of thing, and I have been loving this throughout my pregnancy. I had pregnancy acne in the beginning, and actually my acne got worse in the beginning of my pregnancy. And I feel like this has truly been helping that. My skin is so smooth and clear recently. And I don't know if that's because of hormones or because of this, but I really think it's this, because it started working like in my first trimester, and now that I'm in my second trimester, my skin is still looking super good. So like I said, I use this morning and night. Azelaic acid is safe for pregnancy, so if you are suffering from pregnancy acne, azelaic acid is a great place to start. This also has some vitamin C and some niacinamide in it, 2 other great ingredients that are safe for pregnancy. So that's the reason I really like this. This has replaced like all my other serums. I just like really pared it down my skincare routine. So I literally like wash my face, put this on. I have incorporated a hyaluronic acid serum recently, my cream, and then if it's the morning, sunscreen. And that's all I do morning and night. And it's so simple and easy. But yeah, I clearly love this. I have a bottle in my drawer right now. It was on sale on Amazon recently, so I picked up a bottle for cheaper. But it's only like 20 bucks, so it's not too bad. But like I said, I think I was going through it a little too quickly. So yeah, I've been trying to use like slightly less morning and night, but this has just been my go-to favorite skincare item throughout this pregnancy. So yeah, this is just amazing. I went through a couple sunscreens. The first one is the CeraVe Hydrating Mineral Sunscreen. This is the sheer tint version. I love this one. I've talked about it a bunch before, and I'll say it again. I personally love this, but I don't think this is for everybody. It definitely is super hydrating and super glowy. So if you have oily skin, you probably will hate this. And also the color of it is not for everyone. It's a pretty pigmented tint. And to get enough sunscreen on your face, you have to use obviously an appropriate amount. And I feel like that tint doesn't like blend into every skin tone when you use the appropriate amount of sunscreen, if that makes sense. But personally, I love it. I have super dry skin and I love a good glow. So this is just amazing. I find it's a really good price point and I really enjoy this sunscreen. But the sunscreen that I've been using recently and loving, I've repurchased. I feel like I should have a second tube of this somewhere, but I guess threw it out on accident. I don't know. But I think I've been through 2 tubes of this now, is the Bliss Blockstar Invisible Daily Sunscreen. These are both mineral sunscreens, by the way. But I love this sunscreen. It reminds me a lot of the, I can't remember the name of it. I'll leave it right here, but there's another sunscreen at Ulta. It's around the same price point. Kinship, that's what it was. It was the Kinship sunscreen. This reminds me a lot of that, but I like this even better than the Kinship. I think it has a little bit more of a tint to it, but it's still a pretty universal color. It's definitely not as pigmented as the CeraVe one. I think if you have a really deep skin tone, however, this is still going to leave a white cast. But if you have like a light medium skin tone, I think this will work great for you. And I just love the way it makes my skin look. It gives it this kind of like soft, velvety look to it almost. I know that sounds weird, but it's not quite matte, but it's not quite glowy either. It just like looks really, really natural on the skin. And so I love this when all I'm doing is, you know, my skincare routine and some sunscreen and like mascara and eyebrows, and I think it looks so beautiful. It really like kind of tamps down any redness I have, and it just looks really pretty. So this has been like my absolute favorite sunscreen recently. I'm almost out of my next tube, and I definitely need to get another one. The other sunscreen I have is this Coats Flawless Complexion sunscreen. Again, this is mineral. This was pretty good. I like this. I definitely like the CeraVe and the Bliss better. It was a good price point though. It's a good size tube, so you get a little bit more product. The tint was fairly like neutral. It blended away pretty much. So I feel like this is really good for like every skin tone. I also like that this was SPF 50 and not just 30. 30 is plenty for me, but the 50 was a nice little extra bonus. Yeah, it was a good sunscreen. Definitely not my favorite. I would, like I said, I would definitely get like the Kinship or the Bliss or the CeraVe over this one, but it is up there for me as like a good tinted mineral sunscreen. So yeah, it was pretty good. It's not my absolute favorite. Okay, a couple serums I used up in like the very beginning of my pregnancy, and obviously, like I said, I pared down, so I haven't repurchased these, but this is the Cocokind Vitamin C Serum with Sea Grape Caviar. I love this vitamin C. It's a really good price point. I think it works really well. I love the kind of more kinder ingredients on the skin. I do have a sensitive skin as well. And I didn't notice that this was like breaking me out or anything. So if you have sensitive skin, this might be a good vitamin C to try, because sometimes they can be too harsh and break you out. So I really liked this one. Like I said, I've just kind of pared down my skincare routine, so that's the only reason I haven't repurchased this, but it is a really good vitamin C if you're looking for one. You can get it at Target, Ulta. I also love that their company is really environmentally conscious. So they actually give you instructions on how to like recycle this whole bottle and stuff, which I think is really helpful because a lot of times we don't know how to recycle beauty products. And so that's really nice. And yeah, it's a really good vitamin C. Like I said, I just have been paring down my skincare routine, so I haven't repurchased this, but I think in the future I would. The other kind of like serum-y thing that I haven't repurchased, I don't know if I would, is the ByB Bakuchiol Booster. So this is basically just a squalene with bakuchiol in it. Bakuchiol is a pregnancy safe kind of retinol alternative, and this was good. It was definitely very hydrating. I don't know if it did a ton except hydrate, but I did like it for that purpose. I have been recently using a hyaluronic acid serum instead, and so I haven't really been like searching out a bakuchiol recently. This one was good. Like I said, it was more just for hydrating. I don't know if I would get it again. I don't know if I would use bakuchiol regularly because my skincare routine right now is working so well for me. And once I'm done being pregnant, I'd rather go back to like an actual retinol. So yeah, it's good if you're looking for some like hydration with possibly some like anti-aging properties. This is a good one, but it just might not be my absolute favorite thing. I have a couple cleansing balms, so oils. The first one is this Neutrogena Makeup Remover Melting Balm. I talked about this recently and the next cleansing oil in my second part of my cleansing oil battle, so I'll leave that up in the corner and down below. This was great for travel. I use this when we traveled to Nantucket, so I didn't have to take like an oil that could possibly like leak and get everywhere. And I liked it for that. It was a decent cleansing balm. It wasn't bad in any way. It just isn't my favorite way to remove my makeup and sunscreen and all that. I just prefer like an oil or like a squeezy tube balm over this. But it was a good price point and I did like it. And I think I would repurchase it again for like travel, but I don't think I would repurchase it on the regular. The other cleansing oil that I have, and is in that video as well, is the Mari Badescu cleansing oil. Again, this was good. It was at a pretty decent price point. It removed all my makeup and stuff, but it just wasn't my favorite cleansing oil I've tried. I've tried a lot now, and it just wasn't my absolute favorite. I think if you're looking to dip your toe into cleansing oils and never really tried one, this might be a good way to go. But there are definitely better ones out there, but it's not bad either, if that makes sense. It's just kind of middle of the road, decent cleansing oil. It works. Is it amazing? I don't think so, but I would potentially buy it again, and there's just other ones I enjoy more than this one. I actually finished a whole tube of Aquaphor. I don't think I've ever talked about Aquaphor in an Empties before, and I'm so happy to be talking about it now. I use Aquaphor every single day, at least on my lips. Sometimes if like I've been bad and popped a pimple and I have like a little scabby thing, you know, like a little dry patch, I'll pop it on my skin too. It's great on your cuticles, any like dry spots on your body. I just love Aquaphor. I use it, like I said, literally every day. So I don't know how I haven't had a tube of this in my Empties before. Maybe they just always get thrown away, but I've like squeezed this thing to death. So I have a new tube already. Obviously I had one like on backup ready to go because I cannot go to sleep without Aquaphor on my lips. And this stuff is just amazing. I literally just buy the regular healing ointment. I don't buy like the lip treatment. I don't like it as much. Just the regular plain old Aquaphor, amazing. A cream that I always talk about in Empties is the CeraVe moisturizing cream. I used a whole nother tub of this. I actually went through this tub fairly quickly because I was using it on my body as well as my face when we were traveling to Nantucket again, because it works great for me for either place. I do have, like I said, super dry skin, so my face can handle a cream like this. It actually loves a cream like this. And then obviously it's great for your body as well. So yeah, I just love this. It has hyaluronic acid, ceramides, all that good stuff. I talk about this, like I said, literally every Empties. So good. Just like an amazing cream for your whole body. All right, and then I have a couple face masks. I'll talk about this like jar one first. This is the De La Cruz Acne Sulfur Mask that I talked about a ton. I am like halfway through my next one. I haven't been using this as much as I used to, just because I feel like my skin has been so clear, and this can like dry your skin out a little bit, that I've been using it like once a week maybe, just to, you know, keep any acne at bay. But I definitely have scaled back my use of this, but I still highly recommend this. If you have acne and like tried everything else, sulfur might be a good way to go. I feel like sulfur is an underrated acne treatment, especially in a face mask like this. It does smell. It does not smell great. I don't think it smells too bad. There's definitely like worse smelling masks out there, but it does smell a little bit. But yeah, I just think it's a really nice mask. It's really inexpensive. And if you're looking between the Peter Thomas Roth sulfur mask and this one, get this one. I think they perform just as well, as like they're pretty much on par with each other, and this one's so much cheaper. So yeah, this is the one I highly recommend. So good if you have acne. So I love this mask. Like I said, I just haven't been using it quite as much recently. All right, and then I have a couple sheet masks. I actually have one of the one I talk about every Empties, the Neutrogena Hydro Boost. Every Empties I talk about this. It's amazing. Wait for a sale at Ulta. They're usually like buy one get one half off or something, and they're amazing. So inexpensive, such a good hydrogel mask. If you're looking for like a really accessible, easy one, this is great. A new one to me is this Leaders Primer Mask. So I actually took this with us on our trip as well, and I used it before a wedding we were going to, and I loved this. So didn't like prime your skin in terms of like smoothing or anything like that, but it was really nice and hydrating without feeling like greasy or like too serum-y afterwards. Like I still felt like I could put on my primer, my foundation afterwards, and it wasn't gonna like slip and slide around. But my skin underneath all my makeup felt so hydrated and so good, and I felt like my makeup looked so beautiful. So for me, this was really pretty. I just don't think it's like a necessary step every day. For like a big event, like a wedding or something, I think this is beautiful. It definitely leaves you with like a really pretty glow that's ready to have makeup put on top of. So yeah, I think it's really nice. But like I said, I would keep it for like a special event, or like, you know, you're going to get pictures taken or something. I've used this before then. But it is a good one if you're looking for like a special event sort of mask. Another mask I've talked about before is the Too Cool for School Egg Cream Mask. This one again is like a little bit more expensive, and it's definitely like a treat yourself kind of mask price point, but it is amazing. I love the feel of the microfiber sheet. The like hydrating serum in here is so nice. It's really like milky and creamy and just leaves your skin feeling so hydrated. So I love that. But like I said, it is on the more expensive side. So for me, this is like, again, like a special treat for myself, but I really like it. And the last one I have are these Karuna Renewal eye masks. I don't know where I got these or how I got these, but they were all right. They were just like a paper cotton sheet mask for underneath your eyes. I did feel like my eyes were nice and hydrated afterwards. They looked smoother. They were nice, but I prefer like the jelly ones over these sheet masky ones. So yeah, these were good. I don't know how much these were because like I said, I don't know how I got them or where they came from, but it was good. I just don't think these are like my favorite eye masks ever. Okay, and then the one makeup item, I'm just gonna kind of clump it in with the skincare here, is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind eraser concealer thing. I feel like this is the only makeup item I ever talk about in Empties because I use it up fairly often. This is my favorite concealer. I use it literally every time I put on my makeup. You guys would know that by now. It's just really nice. I have it on today. I use it on my face. I use it on my under eyes. I just think it's a really nice concealer. I don't have a ton to cover up in terms of like my under eyes. I don't have like super dark circles or anything. And so this is just like plenty for me. And I think it makes my under eyes look really nice. It makes my skin look really nice. So that's the reason I keep using it. I haven't found another concealer that I like as much. And I feel like this is such like an old school, people don't talk about this concealer that much anymore, but I still love it. And it's still my favorite. And I will continue to use this forever. I would imagine. It's so good. I love this concealer. All right, let's move on to the few hair things I have. So I'm going to talk about, I literally only have 3 hair things, so, which is weird for me. Usually I have more than that. I'm going to talk about these two together. These are the Ouidad Curl Quencher shampoo and conditioner. I love this shampoo and conditioner. It was recently on sale at Ulta during their gorgeous hair event or whatever. They were half off, so I bought 4 bottles. I got 2 of each half off, so I'm like stocked up for a while because it is a little bit more expensive, but it's so good. I really enjoy the shampoo and conditioner. The shampoo gets my hair feeling nice and clean without feeling stripped and like really super dry. I do have obviously very curly hair, but it's also dry and thin, so I need something that's going to clean it without stripping all my natural oils and making it feel brittle and dry. So that the shampoo works really well for that. And then I love the conditioner because it's nice and moisturizing without being too heavy. Again, I do have pretty thin hair, like each strand is pretty thin. So if I use something too thick and moisturized and like almost oily, it'll make my hair feel oily like instantly and then weigh down my curls. So I need something that's moisturizing enough without being too thick and heavy, and this is that product. It works so well. So these two together are amazing. I really have been enjoying them. I used up the conditioner a little bit faster than I used up the shampoo, obviously. Yeah, these are amazing. And like I said, I got them on sale and like stocked up for a while, so I should be good for like the next year. But yeah, so good if you have curly hair. These Ouidad shampoo and conditioners are amazing. The other hair product I have is this Cantu Shea Butter Define and Shine Curl Custard. I love this stuff. It's kind of like a gel, but like lighter than a gel. It's not quite as thick. And I really like it as my step in the shower to kind of like lock in my curls. So I like to shampoo and condition my hair, and then I flip over my hair and I put in a leave-in conditioner and oil and then some sort of gel curl product. And I really, really like this one. I felt like it gave me a lot of hold without being like crunchy or sticky or weird or anything. And I felt like I could use as much or as little as I wanted depending on like how curly I want my hair to be. So like if I was just gonna let it air dry, I wouldn't put quite as much in. If I'm gonna blow dry it, I put a little bit more in. If I want it like super curly and tight, I put even more in, you know what I mean? And I feel like this is it was just such a good product. I would definitely recommend this. The only reason I'm not using it now is because I couldn't find it at my Target, but it's at such a good price point, and I just love Cantu products, and this one is just amazing. I love this. Okay, I have some body care product next, and honestly, this is like pretty much my routine from like shaving to getting out of the shower. So the first thing I'm gonna talk about is the Tree Hut Shea Sugar Scrub. So it's kind of my first step in like my body care routine. I love the Shea Sugar Scrubs. They are amazing. The coconut lime is my favorite scent. To me, it smells like a tropical vacation, and I just love using it. I love the like sugar to oil ratio. I feel like I'm getting a really good scrub on my body, but it's also like moisturizing and like a good first step, especially like on my belly and my breast area right now, where I'm trying to like keep that area smooth and not get too many stretch marks or anything. I don't have any on my belly right now. I do have a couple on my breasts, but you know, what can you do? They're mostly genetic. So I'm just, you know, trying to like give my skin as much moisture as I can. And I just feel like this is a great first step. I've talked about this a lot, but yeah, I love the Tree Hut Sugar Scrubs. So after I do that, I would shave my legs. I have been shaving my belly as well. And this is the shave cream I've been loving. This is the Aveeno Positively Smooth Shave Gel. I just love this stuff. It's a great shave gel. It's not too expensive. It's also not like cheap either, but it works really well. I love how it feels on my skin. It doesn't leave any weird residue. And I really feel like my legs and stuff, the shave lasts longer. I don't know what magic is in here, but it really does feel like it works to like extend my shave. So I really like it. I have a thing in my shower right now as well, and I just love it. So after I've like showered and stuff, pat my skin dry, I put on some body oil. This is the body oil I love. I know the labels are all like janky because it sits in my shower, but this is the Neutrogena Body Oil. I just love this. I think the scent's really nice. I don't think it's like too greasy. It absorbs really well, but it makes my skin feel really hydrated and nice. And I just love this as like my first step of moisture after I've shaved or just like been in the shower or whatever. I just think it works really well. I also love popping this in a bubble bath. I'll just squeeze some in my bath. I just feel like my skin feels extra hydrated after my bath. So this is great. It's not super expensive. And I just really, really enjoy this. And then the lotion I've been reaching for is this Jergens Oil Infused Enriching Shea Butter. I love this stuff. I actually got the big one for this time around because I love it so much. It's not greasy. It doesn't make my skin feel sticky. I feel like after I put this on, I can put on my clothes and I'm like good to go. Like it doesn't feel like sticky or uncomfortable to put on my clothes or to like get in bed. But my skin feels so hydrated after I use this. And I've heard, I don't know for sure, correct me if I'm wrong, but shea butter is like one of the most, one of like the one ingredients you can use to help prevent stretch marks because it is so moisturizing and hydrating for your skin. So I definitely love that for this. And I have noticed that my skin just feels so moisturized. So I love this body lotion. It's so good. All right, my last few things are kind of like random stuff. Let's start with these two things. These are the Aveeno Repairing Cica hand and foot mask. I've talked about these before in empties. These are a great like spa day, treat yourself little extra. They're not super expensive, but they just work really well. They feel so good. They're little hand and foot masks. You just leave them on for like 10 minutes and then your skin will feel so hydrated and so moisturized. I just love these. Like I said, if I'm like planning a whole spa day, I'll pick these up to like kind of boost my experience a little bit. And they're just so nice. like I said, I like my skin on my feet and hands have never felt softer after I just love these. They're so good. I find them at Target fairly easily, so they're really nice, and I love these. The other kind of like spa product that I've used up is my Dr. Teals foaming bath. I haven't been taking that many bubble baths recently. I feel like I used to take a lot more. I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm in a weird phase, but I love the Dr. Teals bubble bath. This is their Relax and Relief with eucalyptus and spearmint. It's one of my favorite scents. Their bubble baths are super inexpensive and I just love them. This is a really good scent. It really is relaxing. So if you're looking for a good inexpensive bubble bath, Dr. Teals is like always the way to go. All right, and then I have a couple mouth care products. First of all, I talk about this every Empties. I probably should have a couple more in here that I'm sure they just got thrown away. But the Pronamel Sensodyne Gentle White is the toothpaste both me and my husband use. We love it. It's great. Definitely keeps those sensitive teeth problems at bay. Keeps my teeth nice and white. I just really enjoy it. So this is our toothpaste of choice. And then the mouthwash I was using, I don't have it currently, but I did really like it, was the Crest Gum Care. You can get more sensitive gums and more bleeding while you're pregnant in your mouth area. And it's really important to keep your mouth healthy throughout a pregnancy. So even more than like normal. So I really liked this. I felt like my gums really liked it too. But yeah, I just don't have it now. It is really good though, and I did thoroughly enjoy this. Okay, like I said, that's all my Empties. I feel like usually it takes a lot longer than this. My desk is way more covered with Empties, but yeah, that's everything. Hopefully you guys enjoyed these Empties. If you did, please give this video a big thumbs up. It really helps out my channel. I also have a goal of 1,000 subscribers, so I hope you'll consider subscribing and joining our little adventure family here. And yeah, I think that's it for this video. So I will see you in my next adventure. Bye.